Good morning, everybody, and I want to thank Mayor Heck for hosting us here in Hasbrook Heights, the oasis of Bergen County. And I want to thank the Freeholder Chairman, Mr. Driscoll, for being here today. John's a friend, and I appreciate him being here as well, the welcoming. And, of course, to the County Executive, someone who I have a great relationship with, who has been an advisor and a friend to me ever since I first started thinking about running for governor. And I am really, really thrilled to see the job that she's doing here in Bergen County. She's doing exactly what she said she was going to do. She's standing up for the taxpayers here and bringing some order and reason back to county government. And I am thrilled that Kathy is my partner and my friend up here. Lastly, I want to acknowledge the county clerk, Lisa Randall, who has served in any number of different capacities over time, both here in Bergen County and for the state of New Jersey. And when Kathy was elected and we needed to appoint someone to the county clerk's position, I was thrilled that Lisa was willing to answer that call and come here and continue to serve. And so, Lisa, welcome this morning. Thank you for being here. Kathy said it very well. The fact that our seniors are under challenge here in New Jersey is without question. The economy is difficult for everybody, and particularly in a state like New Jersey, where it is already expensive to live. We're trying to do as much as we can to make sure that seniors, first and foremost, can stay in New Jersey, can stay in the place where they raised their families, stay in the place where they can continue to see their children and their grandchildren, to continue to be a vital part of the community, as so many seniors are throughout our state. Not just being with their families, but continuing to contribute to the fabric of the New Jersey communities. But to do that, we have to work hard to make it more affordable for them to live here and to stay in the homes that they raise their children in the homes where they want to spend the rest of their years. And so today I'm pleased to announce, along with the Commissioner of the DCA, Commissioner Griffa, that LIHEAP, the LIHEAP program that will give seniors most in need and the disabled the relief they need by helping them cope with their utility bills this summer. Now, if any of you saw the news this morning, this was the hottest July on record in Washington, D.C., the hottest July on record in Philadelphia, and one of the hottest Julys on record in the state of New Jersey in our history. And I know that all of you know that, and so air conditioning was running a lot more in the month of July than it had been maybe last summer or even the summer before. And understanding this, the commissioner and I worked on trying to find money in the LIHEAP program that's usually used for heating assistance to be able to provide assistance to seniors in need to help them with those utility bills this summer, to help defer the cost and to put a little extra money in your pockets so that you can live in safety and in comfort in your homes as we go through this really, really hot summer. So low-income residents will get some help with their cooling bills. $100 supplemental benefit will be going out to 132,000 low-income seniors and the disabled who qualify for the heating and cooling assistance through LIHEAP. And by the way, LIHEAP is the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program. So we have an acronym in government for everything, but that's what that stands for. It's administered by Commissioner Griffa through the Department of Community Affairs, and it's just one piece of what we tried to do through this most recent budget to make sure that seniors continue to be protected. We also provided direct property tax relief to seniors by doubling homestead benefits, which you'll see on your property tax bills, and increasing the Senior Freeze program by over $90 million. By fully funding the pharmaceutical assistance to the aged and disabled program, the PAAD program, and Senior Gold, without any increases in your copays and without any changes to your eligibility. Expanding the home and community-based services that we provide to seniors by nearly $50 million in this budget, and increasing outreach to provide access to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the SNAP program, and food stamps for those seniors who qualify for those programs, to make sure that they know they qualify and have access to them, so that seniors who are in a low-income situation have access to good, nutritious meals to make sure that they're taking care of themselves during these really difficult summer months, because what you eat is very important as well in terms of how you're going to remain healthy, in terms of being cool. Another 47,000 households have also received these type of cooling assistance programs through the LIHEAP program, in addition to the folks we talked about before. And so we need to focus on this. We need to find the resources in the budget to do it, and there's really only a way to do that. Governing's about choosing. And, you know, we don't have an endless supply of money in government the same way you don't have an endless supply of money in your household. And so when that happens, when we're trying to make sure that we don't raise taxes, which we have not done now for the second year in a row at the state level. And remember, in the 8 years before I got here, we raised taxes and fees on the state level 115 times. Now we've got 2 years without any increases in that at all. But to do that, we've got to make choices. And these are the choices I'm making: to continue to fund senior programs like the ones we just talked about, to continue to fund education, K-12 education, increased it by $850 million this year for two reasons. One, because we do want to make sure that our children get a world-class education, and we're going to be working on education reform to deal with that as well this fall, but also because it is direct property tax relief as well. The more money that we're able to give from the state, and our directions from Commissioner Cerf went out to say, please use the additional aid we're sending to control people's property taxes in these communities. And we've gotten great response on that as well, that even though many of the property tax bills were already getting ready to go out this year, that many of the school districts are holding this money aside to help it to lower property taxes for the next school year, for the 2012-2013 school year. These are the kind of choices that we're making. $20 million more to our hospitals across New Jersey to help them during a difficult time, because when the economy is bad and people don't have insurance, they go to hospitals for health care, and the hospitals are taking care of those folks regardless of their ability to pay. The state has to be able to be there to step up to help those hospitals, so we keep our hospitals open and operating. And so governing's about choosing. And, you know, we cut $1.3 billion out of the state budget using the line item veto, and we did it because we can no longer go back to the days where all we do is spend and spend and spend in Trenton. I tell people all the time, it reminds me of what my mother used to say to me when we were growing up and I wanted something new. And she would look at me and say, of course, sure, Chris, you can have that, no problem. I thought, wow, my lucky day. This is great. And she said, just go out to the backyard to the money tree and pick the money off the money tree, and you can use that. I look at her and say, Mom, we don't have a money tree. She said, exactly. Exactly. And for too long, Trenton, we're treating all of you like the money tree. Every time we wanted more money, we would just come and pick it right out of your pocket. And we have to stop the days of doing that. So yeah, it's about choices. And there will be people who disagree with some of the choices that I make. And even you may disagree with some of the choices I made. But understand why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want to protect our children and give them the best education we can. I want to protect our seniors and make sure they continue to live in New Jersey and be a part of the fabric of this state. I want to protect the underprivileged who need to go to hospitals and get other government-assisted health care to make sure those programs are funded. Those are the decisions that we have to make in these difficult times, and it means some other stuff we might like to do are just going to have to get cut and put to the side, because you do the same thing in your home. You can't have everything you want to have right now because of these difficult economic times. And I certainly cannot ask you to do something that we're unwilling to do ourselves in government. So we make these difficult choices not because we love to. We make these difficult choices because we have to.